in, welcome in. My name is Julia Rose. I'm a psychic medium and Reiki master. I always pray these messages find you at the precise time you need them. In that sense, they are timeless, so always take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else to find. Sending out that psychic beam for everyone who's meant to be here to hear this right now. Hello to everyone who is here. Happy you can make it. All right, Spirit wanted me actually to get kind of right into the messages today. So first I'm going to continue to shuffle. My thumb is healing, but I still need to work on getting the strength back. You can kind of see the scar is kind of starting to heal. Welcome in, everyone. I wanted to thank everyone who purchased a deck from me, Messages from Your Future Self Oracle. Mel, hello. It's a 59 card deck that comes in a sleek velvet bag that comes with a crystal that I select for you from Spirit. Spirit tells me what crystal to put in your little bag, and then I channel a message for you to hear that will also activate the stone for your use. So I'm getting messages for you today with this oracle deck. I feel like we have a lot to cover, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Yeah. Some of you are facing a choice point. You're facing a choice point in whether to leap into the unknown or continue to drag your feet. Because I feel like you're needing to step into this new cycle, whether or not you're fully ready. I don't think this is a season of needing to be ready for you. I feel more that this season is a time for you to show yourself. To show yourself and prove to yourself how much more you're actually capable of. The first card out was number 53, Trust Your Instincts. Which tells me that there's a bit of a disagreement between what your mind is telling you and what your gut is saying is best for you. So as you're stepping into this new era, trust that anything that you're leaving behind is something that you're meant to let go of. I don't know if you had a chance to catch the message that I uploaded today, but it was kind of in the same sort of energy. The next card out was number 57. This is a blessing in disguise. On the backs of the cards, in case you were curious. This is a blessing in disguise. For some of you, this is the undertaking of learning something new. For others of you, this is walking away from something you thought was meant for you, or changing your relationship to it. And it really feels like your mind is very muddy right now. There's a lot that you've been trying to sort through and discern, but it just feels like you haven't been able to really pinpoint exactly what it is that you've been trying to conclude. And it just feels like a very evasive kind of realization. And Spirit's wanting you to know that it's fear getting in the way of you fully embracing this truth that you've been looking for. You have number 13, acknowledging your fear for what it is. And for a lot of you, this fear is a mechanism that was created in your subconscious mind in order to protect you from going through the things that you've already been through. But fear is very tricky because it'll try to pull you back and shy away from things in order to protect you instead of stepping out and stepping up into something new. And so this feels like that choice point that you're being confronted with right now. I'm hearing, should I stay or should I go? You know what to do. We have number 4, open your heart to receive what is next. Open your heart to receive what's next. You could be seeing 1010 or 444, maybe 1212. Welcome in, everyone. Open your heart to receive what's next. I'm hearing lay down your weapons and surrender, because this fight that you've been fighting to maintain the status quo, to maintain the patterns and cycles that you've been living in, they don't serve you anymore. And I feel like there's a certain grief that's coming with that realization, that maybe it's that acknowledging of letting go. It's acknowledging the end of a season, the end of an era for you. That's been the most difficult part of where you're at right now. And Spirit needs you to understand that you're not actually letting go of something that was benefiting you. When you are stepping up and stepping out into an opportunity for growth, that's something that is meant to be kind of scared, to be kind of scary. I just saw this quote earlier today. It said, if you're not afraid, then you're not growing. And I feel like some of you needed to hear that right now. If you're not afraid, you're not growing. So in the same kind of energy of this, yeah, 9/11 has been a really loud message, and I can feel that there's a lot of different things wanting to come through. So that's actually something I'm going to touch on shortly, but I just want to conclude this initial message. Welcome in, Lori. We have number 10, change your self-talk. Didn't I just say 1010? You could be seeing 1010. Okay, so I feel there's, okay, thank you, Spirit. It's all just like opening up right now. So much of what this particular moment in time is teaching you is how much you have walked away from, how much you have actually grown. And I feel like some of you might be reconnecting with people from your past, or you're, even if it's not like face-to-face reconnecting, you are reconnecting on social media. You're starting to see things or posts from people from the past, or some of you might have seen a news article about someone, or if they're on social media, like I'm seeing a video or a podcast, something like this, and you're starting to see kind of, I don't know, I don't feel like you're comparing yourself to these people that are coming back up, but it feels like you're starting to notice the differences in your journeys, and the things that you've chosen for yourself, and the things that you've walked away from, and maybe the things that you've been able to walk yourself through, and how that kind of situates in people that you might have been close to at one point in time. Welcome in. No, I just started, Tammy. So, hi, Becca. I just feel like there's a lot of karmic completion taking place right now in conversations that have been unprecedented for you. And for a lot of you, this is reflecting back to you the amount of growth that you have really leaned into in terms of your self-expression and your throat chakra expansion. Some of you might be like, no, Julia, that's not true. What do you mean? I haven't done that much. But when you're starting to reconnect with people, maybe either from your past or people that you kind of come in and out of contact with, whether it's like, I don't think it's always decades or several years, but there's some people that it's been a few months, maybe it's been a couple of years, that you're coming back around to full circle, and you're starting to see, whoa, wait, I have changed. Whoa, wait, they've changed too. I'm just seeing there's a lot of realizations here that you're having in your connections as it relates to yeah, you really understanding how your relationship with yourself has changed. There are so many experiences that are coming up to the forefront at this time to allow you and invite you to see yourself in a higher light. And so, on the flip side, sometimes that can mean really intense purging and purification symptoms that can look like crying out of nowhere, like I was saying in the video that I posted earlier, intense physical purging, or maybe even praying. Some of you, I feel like you traveled recently or you're about to travel, and that's gonna mark a period of time where you see a massive increase in your growth in a very short period. Something here about a month. Not just the month of April being significant for you, but something about the next 4 weeks being very pivotal in terms of not having finished the cycle, because you've already been doing that, but moving through the transition period to begin the next cycle. So it's feeling like it's going to be about a month of integration, of genuine integration, for you to then be moving up and into the new beginnings fully. Because it's kind of like I'm seeing in a marathon when runners are holding a baton. The one that's running at the person they're handing off to is running really fast, but then the person that they're handing it off to is also starting to run. So it's like, do you get what I'm saying? It's kind of like a layover situation. Maybe some of you are actually going to have a layover and need to be mindful about checked bags. That feels significant for someone here. Just in case, like, you lose your luggage, make sure that you have, I don't usually get messages like that, but if you can avoid checking your bag, avoid checking it. For someone here who's about to fly, avoid checking your bag, okay? Yeah, because I'm just seeing it get mixed up and then getting delayed coming back to you. All right. I want to pull some more cards. Not from this deck, though. There's another deck that I just received for my birthday, and I'm so grateful for it. And I'm so grateful to whoever got it for me. There was no name or card that came with it, so I wish I knew who that came from, but I'm grateful anyway, and I send you my sincerest gratitude. It's a money manifestation wealth oracle. And I feel like for some of you, this has been heavy on your mind in terms of your finances, not just your financial situation, but like reassessing, reevaluating things. So I wanted to pull a few messages here from this deck. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, this message was titled Closing Major Karmic Cycles, which is also why the extent to which these purging symptoms, or I really feel like you're going to be reconnecting with someone that you're just going to see them and you're going to talk to them and you're going to just feel the discrepancy in your vibrational realities, and let that in and of itself be validating for you in terms of you having actual factual proof that you've been making the right decisions for yourself. Because I feel like you've been doubting how quickly you have been evolving, but Spirit is really trying to like drive it home for you that this has been a very powerful incline, very steep, powerful incline for you. I love this. Okay, so the first card that came out here is Influencer. So for those of you, I was hearing something about social media. They just kept screaming it at me. Maybe some of you have been wanting to start a YouTube channel or a blog, or I'm even seeing like a magazine. I'm hearing like manga. You've been wanting to start creating more and putting yourself out there, and Spirit says to do it. We have the influencer card. And it says, you have just the right combination of qualities to connect with an audience, inspire change, and create a positive impact. So if you've been feeling the call, please put effort and energy into it. All right. Okay, what about that? Someone here, like teaching or learning, Spirit. So Spirit's saying that some of you specifically are going to be learning. I literally saying learning money-making skills. We have training came out. That's why I laughed. It says you still have some new skills to acquire before you can really advance to the next stage of your career. So again, some of you might be even shifting careers. Some of you, it's adding the missing piece to what you've already built. And then we have pressure here. This is indicative of a karmic influence here. It says, be aware of how family influences and social pressures are influencing your career choices. So, if there's something that you've been wanting to do, but you've been afraid of how people might react to that, please consider that your joy is the most healing force on this earth. And that's what's going to actually catalyze the change and the prosperity you've been looking for, not catering to others' projections or expectations over yourself and your reality. I feel like some of you are afraid of disappointing others, or you've been told at different periods of time in your life that you are a disappointment. That's not true. You just fit into a box that isn't something they can recognize, but also that their box is different sized and shaped than the box of what you're meant to grow into. So I feel like in that sense also you're starting to, in the same energy of reevaluating your expectations of yourself, but also what's realistic in terms of your ability to move forward and move into what it is that you want. A lot here, I do feel like some of you could be, maybe some of you are moving to get a new job, or you're taking a job in a new location. I'm hearing for some of you overseas training. What else do you want to say about this, Spirit? I don't know if there's anything else from this deck here. Okay, they're wanting to cover a lot of ground today. I mean, it makes sense. I thought I was going to be channeling, but here we are with the cards. Hey, welcome in, Alicia. Hannah, hi. Okay, that's the last card here. Yeah. Some of you have been considering entrepreneurship. You're getting a green light. You've been getting a green light. Now, hit the gas. Entrepreneur. It says, as an entrepreneur, you will have an opportunity truly to discover yourself and all of your potential. So there's There's a message here also about your love life. And there's a few different energies that are entailed in this specific message, but it feels like Spirit's very I don't usually get messages that are this compartmentalized when I'm doing a live stream in terms of how. Oh, I'm good, Dan. Thanks. I appreciate your prayers. We're getting there. So it was very interesting because at first it's like, okay, high level, here's what you're moving through. Career, here's what you're moving through. And now it's like we're jumping over here to love and romance. Where is this headed for you? Where are you? It's like you're taking an inventory in every single aspect of your life to assess your growth. And I feel like this is a very organized and mature energy, so I love that for you. Also, please stop judging yourself, because I feel like some of you have been placing unnecessary burden on yourself to do or be something or somewhere or someone that isn't actually aligned with your truth. And it feels like these things that are starting to be shaken up and shaken out of you are becoming so blatantly obvious that they don't actually serve you anymore. Yeah. So oh, this is so silly. Some of you, okay, so again, collective message. I'm diving into love now. I feel like there's someone here, at least a few of you here are wanting to take a chance on someone. And I feel like, or maybe you have a date coming up and you're very nervous about it. And I want you to breathe, because you were meant to meet this person right now, okay? And Spirit just wants you to feel it out. This is the Hermit card, and it feels like you're stepping out for the first time in a long time. Okay? Just feel it out. I can feel how much you are worried. I can feel how much you are overthinking. Please breathe. Please breathe. All right? Because if it's meant to be, things will happen in a very obvious and undeniable way. All right? But you don't need to rush anything. You don't need to rush. Yeah, okay. Tell me a little more, Spirit. Lots of chains. Maybe this person has a lot of jewelry, or something you notice about them is their chains. Like I'm seeing a tennis bracelet or a necklace of that kind of quality. We had the Ace of Swords come out, which is telling me that I was kind of on par there with that train of thought that Spirit was downloading, and I'll get into it in a moment. Four of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles. This person is going to highlight a lot of feelings in you that you didn't know you still had, in a very positive and uplifting way. I mean, it feels very reinforcingly positive around not just your growth, but in the way that you manifest, the way that you express and align with your values. And I can feel a lot of you, like your heart space is, it doesn't quite feel closed off, but it's just like something about this connection or this interaction that you're about to have is going to really expand your heart. And I feel like your walls are going to be kind of slowly crashing. But you're going to realize that it's safe to do that. That it's safe to let down your guard and be vulnerable with this person. And I feel like that's something that you haven't felt in someone that you just met in a very long time. And it's indicative not just of their own work, which it absolutely is, to be a safe person for you, but for you to be able to recognize that. There is so much that this person is going to reflect back to you of value. And it really feels like this person values your time. This person values the things that you say. They value your work ethic, everything that you've worked hard to become and to build and to let go of, whether that's something that they can articulate or not. They're savoring, I feel like the word is savoring, their time with you because of the quality of your connection. And a lot of you have been on this spiritual path long enough to know that when it's not at a vibrational alignment with you, it's not going to stick around, the connection. So I think you might be surprised at how easily this person wants to be in your life and how easily they make an effort to connect with you and spend time with you. And I feel like maybe one of your love languages is quality time, as well as this other person. For some of you who are in a connection, I feel like this sense of quality time that you share with your partner is also something that, on the flip side, you're learning how to value quality time on your own as well. And you're seeing how that is necessary in order for you to remain balanced in your connection. But whoever this person is to you, and however long you've been in this connection, they reflect so much truth back to you that it's just wild. It's just wild. We have Judgment came out next. Interesting. Spirit saying that for some of you who are not committed yet, you might be facing some competition. Not that I feel like they're dating behind your back, but I just feel like this person is very well liked publicly and in their connections, that people just love being around them. People want to be around them the same way that they want to be around you. And this is going to be something different for you. I feel like something about the power dynamic of this connection is so different for you because it felt like you've always done the choosing, but now you're in a position where it's you that must be chosen. Something about this has you feeling so out of control, and that is A-okay. You're okay. You're okay. This is safe. But Spirit's saying that if you've been holding back expressing your feelings towards someone, that it's time to speak up. Okay? Oh, wow. So on a different note here, yeah, that's one message. We're going to leave that there. On a different note here, I feel like a lot of you who have been through the ringer, you have been feeling kind of randomly and unexpectedly and maybe even annoyingly certain memories or the names of people who've hurt you in the past kind of just smack you up from the subconscious. And I don't know necessarily if you're getting synchronicities about these people. I feel like people from your past really are thinking about you because they're seeing how much is changing for you. I mean, if you're on social media, ooh, yeah. If you're on social media, maybe they're watching you on social media. If you're not in contact with these people anymore, even if it's a no contact situation, people still have their ways. So I don't feel like it's you. I feel like it's other people watching you, definitely, because you're in this energy of celebrating yourself. You're celebrating loving yourself. You're celebrating being in this energy where where you are just like finally unapologetically being you. You're finally stepping into that. And because that sends massive freaking ripples across the ethers, think of the butterfly effect. It's like whether these people want to be thinking of you or not, they're just like, you're constantly on their mind, because anyone that you were ever connected to or had karma with does get a psychic alert that you are growing, that you are elevating. And I know some of you are like in this massive growth period right now, and you're just like annoyed. Why are all of these people like just these energies and these memories, these emotions that are just catching you off guard for no reason? It's because you're so sensitive from this transition, because of how much and how quickly you're changing. It's just like a storm that like hits a lake, and all the mud in the lake that was settled comes up to the surface, and everything gets kind of murky and stuck together. Okay, so some of you, yes, here we go, seeing that number 911. I feel like for the first time in my life, I experienced a different vibrational reality coming from this number, and I believe that's the one to be sharing with you at this time. So sometimes it's a warning of like, hey, some negativity trying to flow your way. Not the case here. Sometimes it says, okay, it's a massive completion. That's also it. Not quite the energy for this message, for the collective that is resonating with this message. 911 here is bringing things up to face the truth so that it can fully be transmuted. Deep purification. Deep. That is the number of your karmic cycles closing right now, okay? Karmic cycles closing. So you'll have to be discerning about what these energies mean to you and what these angel numbers mean to you when they appear. Yes, because the numbers have their general meanings, but you have to take it according to the circumstances and what you've been looking for. Oh, this is fascinating. Someone wants to apologize. Or maybe some of you are coming to terms with the reality that you won't ever get an apology. And you're okay with that. And I want to say, I'm proud of you for getting to that realization, because a lot of you have spent so much time and energy hoping and praying to God, to anyone and their mother, that this person or these people would behave differently and bring you the comfort, the satisfaction, and the relief that you need to move on from a situation. You're at this point now where you're like, you know what? I'm ready to let go. You are so ready to let go. So ready to let go. That it's just like, you don't operate in an energy anymore where people owe you. They don't owe you. You don't need an apology from someone who hurt you to get over it and move on with your life and act differently, move accordingly. This was a really powerful realization. Some of you don't realize how much your growth right now is catalyzing tower moments for people in your past. Sometimes tower moments can be comfy, sometimes they're not. Natalie, welcome. Sometimes they're comfy, sometimes they're not. This is so interesting. This is so interesting. I had no idea what was going to come out when I set the live here, but I guess we had to talk about all the different karmic cycles that are closing for you. And I feel like I'm just hearing you're in your unapologetic era. Oh, that's awesome to hear, Erica. It feels like you're living for your joy and you're recognizing that that's not selfish. And that's putting you in alignment with all the people that are on a similar vibration. And people who are in that kind of mindset only have energy available to be positive with others, to be positive pouring into others. And I feel like you are so in tune with the reality and truth of positivity that it's expanding your love life as much as your career. And that's really amazing because you're starting to see how much you're really worth. And you've been clearing so much negativity from you that it's been changing your actual physical environment, because your environment is there to help you transmute, okay? So as you are releasing all this negativity, as you're letting go of all of this karma, these experiences, these traumas, you're now just in this place of relief. You're in this place of relief and rejuvenation and excitement again because of acknowledging your reality. Not where you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, where you are today. And being here today, knowing that it wasn't easy. And that's okay. Erica, you're literally reading me like a book. Well, that's my job, so. You're in the right place at the right time. So this energy of being unapologetically you has you celebrating mistakes? Hold up, what? Celebrating mistakes? That feels transformative for you. Celebrating all of the growth. Honoring and loving all of these versions of yourself. This is crazy. Justin, you're awesome. Happy you're part of our soul tribe. Blech. This is crazy. I feel like you are, but like I just went up the amount of change is astronomical. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. You're literally like, you're like, yeah, I fucked up, whatever. You're realizing that you can make mistakes and still be a good person. And that feels so radical for you, because a lot of you grew up in circumstances that you were punished for every little thing. Penalized for every little thing. I'm seeing someone breaking a plate or not finishing the food on your plate, or asking for something that you need. And just like every little thing, not even like bad, just you being shut down every single step of the way. And now you're like, okay, yeah, well, so what? I'm human. I'm gonna go live my happily ever after now. I love this for you so much. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go live my happily ever after. Yay me. I did it. I learned that I can be imperfect and still be loved. Whew. Y'all are, yeah, that hit someone right in the chest. You don't have to be perfect to be loved. You don't. Like, you hear that saying all the time, right, Erica? Imperfectly perfect. But until it sinks in, it's just something that sounds right, you know? Because, I mean, at least if you are making mistakes, you're at least trying. And there's a lot that can be said that for someone that's trying. Just like there's a lot that can be said for someone that's not trying. Okay? Yeah, 8 of Cups. Again, I said, someone traveling here. There's your carry-on. Don't check the bag. Do not check the bag, okay? Some of you are lightening your load, like even more metaphorically than that. Like, you're realizing that you don't need to take that much with you. You have absolute essentials and that's it. Okay, we've got 2 more. Okay, we're on a new row here. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Let's break it down, Spirit. Let's break it down. Yeah, some of you are doing really deep shadow work this week, or this whole season of realization has been like scooping. I'm just seeing scooping out of your heart. The gunk, the yucky, the too muchy. That's what it feels like. There, what? Spirit? Whew. There it is. So we had the Five of Wands. Deirdre, the second that came through, I knew exactly that that was for you. I was like, oh, that's Deirdre. Hi, Deirdre. Okay, Ten of Swords. Welcome in, everyone. Ace of Wands. This one flew out in reverse, but I don't like to take my cards reverse just because I'm a stickler for it. No. Two of Swords. This is so interesting. This is like, I love the progression. This message has been so clear. Like, sometimes when I'm channeling, I'm just like in it, and it's just like every step that I'm taking is a whole. Hi, Lisa. Every step that I take is like a different. It's just like sometimes spirit has me figuring things out with you. This is very much like high view, like seeing the path, seeing the journey. Because we had the row of like all the realizations. We had high level, like what's happening, then what's happening in your career. Now we shift to love life, then we shift to self-love, and now it's like what you're doing with everything that you've learned in every single aspect of your life. And for some of you, I feel like you are being something, you are trying to be this organized about your work on yourself right now. Or this is your spirit team trying to help you understand a bit more clearly the process that they're dragging you through. And yes, sometimes they do drag. They do drag us. And that's okay. Because sometimes we need that kick in the behind. But this last part here is, you're going from the celebration and freedom into like taking all of that high vibrational energy, and you're like pulling, it's, oh my god, how do you even say, it's like, I can't even say rock climbing, but it's like you're pulling yourself up onto this new platform where this is the new vibration that you're going to be grounded at and grounded in. And from there, it's like, that's your new reality. You're standing on business. You are standing in your personal power, and no one can tell you, okay? You're never going to accept less than you deserve anymore. In anything. And that includes from yourself. Yes, or pulling it in. Because, yeah, the imagery was coming in like how I needed to for you. Perfect. So, yeah, because I feel like for some of you, you've been spending so long fighting against the things that you really want. You've been fighting so long against theoretical people who are standing in your way. But the truth is that if something's meant for you, only your doubt and inaction can stand in the way of that thing happening for you. So I feel like what you're coming into right now is a sense of confidence and reassurance in yourself that you are absolutely capable of continuing on and creating everything that you want. Yeah, it's a special thing, Natalie. Well, I'm happy you're here, Shayna. Okay. We're at about 50 minutes here. So let's see what's in the next layer of this. Okay, hold on. That's a lot of energy. this energy. I'm a little like, oh, okay. For those of you who've been wanting to meet someone new, they're closer than you think. I can't. I can't. So calm down and stop worrying about it, okay? When it's time, Spirit's gonna go bloop right on your path, okay? Just bloop. You won't be able to miss them, okay? It'll be quite impossible. Quite impossible. Something about a business transaction here. Maybe you're meeting through a mutual friend. I don't know. Spirit's making me blush, okay? Okay. Some of you are going to be offering your services at a larger scale. This is so layered. What in the heck is happening? Spirit's saying don't stop until you've finished. Okay? Reach the finish line. Reach the finish line. Okay? Some of you have a habit of getting like 80%, 90% through to the end of something, but you have not finished that last 10%. I'm begging you, please. Please do it. Welcome in. Please do not stop until you are finished. Now, I'm not saying blast all the way through it and get burnt out. I'm saying be methodical, but don't just tell yourself that you've done the thing when you haven't actually finished it yet, okay? Finish the thing. Finish what you start. Finish what you start, because that's what's going to put you into this next cycle, but you have not finished, so you cannot have the new cycle start. Okay? Oh my God, I just heard that's the message. What? Feels like we were just diving in. Dang. Been here about 53 minutes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like, I know a lot of you are really excited to share your success. Keep it quiet until it's done. Do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. You're more than capable. You got 90% done. Do the thing. Yeah, you got your orders. Your guides have messages for you. This is a collective reading, and I know a lot of you have been saying that there are parts of it here that have been resonating with you personally. There's someone here who has a heart block. I know everyone, you're all probably like, oh, that's me, I have a heart block. I'm blocked in my heart space. No. This is related to a father figure. Someone whose father here is in the spirit world. You need to book a session with me because your guides have messages for you, okay? And there's something here that Spirit is needing you to get some outside help to work through, okay? The link to book with me is in the description box of this video. My website is fromspiritforlove.com. Welcome, Leah. All right. Yeah, fam, that's the message. Powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Whew. Yeah, someone, yeah, you've been grieving. I'm here when you're ready. And for those of you who have also been wanting to book a personal reading, you can do that too. It's not just for the person that I'm feeling their heart space right now and picking up on their loved ones on the other side. Please, you know your guides have messages. If you need it direct, I'll serve it straight. All right? I'll see you when I see you. My website is fromspiritforlove.com. Fromspiritforlove.com. And you spell out the word for. Okay. I love you all dearly, and I will see you soon. Spirit's having me end this here. Oh man. If you haven't had a chance to check out my Patreon, do that, because I post a second part to every single upload that I do here. Not usually the live streams, but the uploads. They go so deep. I'm telling you, they're insane. All right. And come out on Saturday morning live. I said what I said is a series that I started here. I go live every weekend. Usually it's Saturday morning, but occasionally I have time conflicts with that. So this Saturday, I'm actually going to be in a festival over in Lackawanna Sanctuary, Lake Ariel, Pennsylvania. If you are around and in the area and you want to come hang out, I'm going to be doing readings and Reiki sessions. So yeah, come hang. And that's going to be 10 to 5. So I won't be able to do the live stream on Saturday morning. That is then moved to Friday evening at the same time we started this one. So 7:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Yeah. So I'll see you on Friday if I don't see you before then. God bless you all. God's my word. Use yours. Take yours. And I will see you very soon. All the best to you. Bye.